What up guys, welcome back to Digital Slang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Galaxy S9. This is part 2 of our best used phones 2019. What kind of phone can you get at a cheap price that still has flagship specs today in 2019 that you don't have to pay a crap load of money for? Phones today are $1,000 plus. They're going to get higher and higher. What can we do if we're on a budget? What kind of phone can we get? Let's talk the Galaxy S9, why this phone is even a better deal than the 8 Plus we talked about in our last video. Let's dive into it. So the Galaxy S9, why is this phone on my list? This is an even better deal than the 8 Plus. When I'm buying a phone, when I'm looking for a phone, there are a bunch of things that go into it. Usually about 5. I'm looking for price, I'm looking for display, I'm looking for performance, I'm looking for the camera, how well the camera does, how well it shoots video, and build quality. Build quality is important. I want it to feel good in the hands. So let's go over a bunch of those points and see why the S9 is worth it. Right off the bat, we're going to talk price. The price of the S9 today in today's market, this was flagship phone for the S series for Samsung last year. It was released or introduced in February of 2018. It's running the Snapdragon 845. It's a really good processor, last year's processor, but it's still really good. It's still really fast. Price-wise, what does this phone go for today? I picked this phone up used, mint condition, unlocked. I'm never going to tell you to buy these phones new. These are all used phones, but you can find a good deal. This phone cost me $250 on the used market, mint condition, unlocked. So right off the bat, a phone like this, with all the specs, with all the gimmicks that Samsung does throw onto their phones, it's a great phone. It's a great price for a great phone. You get a ton of specs, you get a ton of gimmicks, things you're going to use, things you're not going to use. Overall, it's a great phone at this price. $250, you can't beat it. There's nothing really out there for $250 that can compare with this phone, used or new. So another thing that's big on my list when I'm looking for a phone is the camera. How good is the camera? How well does it take pictures in low light? Is the video quality good? This shoots 4K video. Single lens on the back, 12 megapixel rear camera. The front facing camera is an 8 megapixel. But overall, it takes fantastic pictures. It does really well in low light as well. It shoots 4K video, and there are gimmicks on here, guys, that you will just have fun with. There's things on here that Samsung throws onto their phones. You get super slow-mo. Check it out right here. So if you like to have fun, if you like to post things to social media, this phone will do it. Low light condition, it takes great pictures. Similar to the S8, but a little better aperture, lets in more light, so you're getting better pictures in low light conditions. And overall, it's just a really high quality camera. Samsung has always done a really good job. You can see here when I took this picture in the park the other day, I did not know that this little guy was hiding up here. So you're going to catch a lot of good quality pictures. You're going to catch a lot of good things. They don't even know are there when you're taking these pictures that you see later, whether you're editing them or just posting them to social media. There are a ton of options. So again, 4K video. Takes great pics, low light, regular light, a ton of different options to choose from. You get super slow-mo, you get the AR emojis, you get hyperlapse. There are a ton of options, a ton of things you can do on this phone. I don't even know all the things you can do on here because there's so much going on with the Samsung phones and what they throw into it. A lot of them are gimmicks. I don't need them, I don't use them, but they're good to have if you like to play around. So we talked about price, $250. We talked about the camera. The camera and video on here is fantastic. So the next thing I'm looking for when I am choosing a phone is the display. What kind of display does it have? This is a Super AMOLED display. It's not an LCD, so you're getting your true colors. And at $250, it's a great deal. You do have the little bigger forehead, the little bigger chin, but it's not that bad. There's no notch, there's no cutout. And when you're watching content, for me, it's just a better experience. It's a smoother experience. I like not having an intrusion when I'm watching content on my phone. And the S9 is just a great display overall. It's got stereo speakers as well, which sound fantastic. I mean, look at that. It looks and sounds great. You can go in and change the resolution. This is Quad HD. You do have 570 pixels per square inch. It's an 18.5 by 9 aspect ratio with a resolution at the highest Quad HD Plus 2960 times 1440. And again, it's a 5.8 inch display. And you're never going to go wrong watching
what's good,
content.
guys? Welcome back to Digital Slang. Today we got the Kai MPK
Small
Mini Special
chin,
Anniversary Edition.
small
Black,
forehead.
red, and white.
They don't intrude on anything you're watching. Overall, it's just a great experience. It's a great experience if you want to watch content. So we talked about price. We talked about the camera, and we talked about the display. Fourth thing on the list. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, but for me, it's not a deal breaker because I'm used to charging my phone once a day. Doesn't matter what phone I have, whether it's an iPhone, a Galaxy phone, the OnePlus, whether my battery is 4,000 milliamps or 3,000, I'm usually charging my phone once a day. I'm a heavy user, so I'm always going to charge my phone. So the battery life on the S9 is 3,000 milliamp battery. The S9 Plus, a little bigger at 3,500, but if you're a heavy gamer, if you're a heavy user, you will have to charge this at least once a day. It will drain fairly quickly if you're a heavy user, but for me it's not a deal breaker because what you're getting at this price is worth it, and it trumps the once a day charge for me because I do that anyway, no matter if I have a $1,000 phone or a $250 phone. So the fourth thing is battery life. Just be aware if you get this phone, if you're a heavy user, you will be charging it once a day, but for me it's not a big deal. So the last thing on my list of what makes this phone great today, not only price, display, build quality, all the little gimmicks, the camera, but performance. Performance-wise, this phone is a beast. It's always been fast. It's always been fluid. It's running the Snapdragon 845, the US version. The international version is running the Exynos 9810, Samsung's own chip. Overall, it's a great chip. It's not the 855 like today's phones. It's last year's model, but it's still great today, and it will be fluid. It will be fast for a long time, for years to come. You're not going to have any issues running anything on here. It will play games. It's fluid. It's smooth. However, just be aware if you are a gamer and you do like to play games on your phone, it will drain your battery even faster. That is the one downside. But other than that, at this price, you can't beat it. Again, it's 2019. Phone prices are getting outrageous. $1,000, $1,100. It's becoming a regular thing for many companies. The Note 10 was just released. $1,000 a start. So phones are getting crazy pricey. So what can we do? What can we do if we don't want to spend that type of money? I don't want to spend $1,000 every year on a phone. So $250. Pick it up in the used market. Check Facebook Marketplace. Check eBay. Check Craigslist. There are deals out there. You can find them. I bought this off Macari. I don't know if you ever heard of that app. I tried it. Worked great. Now I love the app. I use it just as much as I use eBay. You can find great things on there. So check it out. Be patient. Know what you're looking for. Buy it from a trusted seller, and you're going to find good deals. So the Galaxy S9, this is a better deal than the 8 Plus that we talked about in our last video. Let me know if you've used the S9, what you think of it. If you're in the market for a used phone, what you're looking at, I'll tell you if it's worth it. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk soon. Stay tuned for our next video. We got a hat giveaway coming up in the next few weeks. All you have to do to enter in the giveaway is like this video here, leave a comment, and be a subscriber. And at the end of August, we're going to give away a bunch of hats to a bunch of people, and we will do a video letting everyone know who won. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk soon. Peace.